Imagine that. It looks like if Jesus would be looked upon in the way he would be recruiting and building his team, he is starting from the perspective of a failing guy. Of all people, the ordinary, which means idiotes in Greek, and the uneducated, without agrammaticoi, and questionable character of tax collectors will be in your team. Will you do that? Well, that's what happened in the forming stage. He started to select. That's found in Mark 13. Jesus went up on a mountain and called to him those he wanted. You must underline that in your Bible in Mark chapter 3. He did not say those he had no choice but to get. It was a definite, intentional choice. He chose those he wanted, and they came to him. He appointed the 12, designating them apostles, that they might be with him, and that they might send them out to preach. So right here at this stage, we will find that Jesus had intentionally, carefully, willfully chosen those whom he will designate to be his very core of the team he is building, the 12 of them, and designated them even with a title as apostles. Now in Mark 1:17, as you will find in your bulletin, that when Jesus was started ministering, he started to go first recruiting people by the Sea of Galilee, and he started to call Peter and his brother Andrew. And then when he was moving along, and he was saying, "Come, follow me, and I will make you." That's a powerful statement, because the job description that he is giving to those of whom he was recruiting was to what? To follow. That's easy. By seeing, okay, if I go here, come. If I go there, come. If I go up, come. It's easy to follow, right? It depends where you're following, though. But the beauty about it is, come follow me, regardless of who you are or whatever you are, because I will make you. That's the critical element there. In building his team, his job description for his team is to follow. The qualification, the ability and capacity building will be done by him. I will make you. Nowadays, in order for us to be recruited, we should have made ourselves and just be refined by the coach or refined by other management. But you need to have in your resume some credentials to prove that you are worthy to be hired. Jesus would look at them and say, don't worry about your capacity. Don't worry about who you would be. Follow me. I can make you. And I will make you fishers of men. And I think that's one of the critical elements that we would like to understand in the forming stage of his building the team. Then he went on to say about the organizing. It's not that when Jesus was leading and building his team that he doesn't have any structure. As others would say, which one comes first? The function or the form? Or form follows function? And things like that. As in management, the staff or the accountability line and that. So Jesus, as you will find in his structure and organizing, Jesus is the one who recruited. And after Jesus, he has the core three, Peter, James, and John. Do you notice that? Wherever he goes, the three will be there. In the Transfiguration, the three will be there. In the Garden of Gethsemane, the three will be there. He will always have a sort of a three executive so-called committee in his 12 designated apostles. And then the 12 would be there. And then later on you will find when he was sending his disciples in Luke chapter 10 that he sends the 72 or the 70. Same thing. So it's now expanding. And then toward the Pentecost time in the book of Acts, when they were in upper room, they counted that there were about 120 of them. So you see the structure. That's why when Jesus went to visit Martha, Martha could not find herself so much, but in the very busy situation because he needs to cook, and he needs to cook not just for the 12. He needs to do that for at least 120 people that she needs to feed. And that's why she was complaining, Lord, tell Mary to help me. Tell Mary to help me. But they just said, I did not come here to eat. I came here to minister. But that's the same. That's the kind of structure Jesus had. But in that concept, at least we will find that principle that he is forming from the very ordinary, unexpected people.